What's going on, everybody? Leopazzo Productions, welcome back and thank you very much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a brand new light from GVM LED. This is a softbox lantern style LED that's going to allow us to adjust the brightness along with the color spectrum. It does come with a stand, it does come with a carrying case, and pretty much everything you need to set it up, plug and play, ready, go, lights, camera, action. So today in this video, we're going to be showing you what comes included in the kit, how to simply set it up, features are available at the back of the unit, what we can kind of do with it, and overall give you my review and experience test footage from using this light over the last few weeks now, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So stick with me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe right now, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. And one more thing I'd like to mention before we go ahead and continue. I am basically using throughout this whole video GVM LED lights, okay? So for right now, for this portion of the video, I'm using my first lights from the GVM, which are the 10S. These are the small LED lights right here that are just powered via these Sony NPF style batteries, and I can just simply place them anywhere, mount them on a stand, whatever I need, and kind of just use them as either backlighting. So I'm going to try to be very creative with this video between these GVM lights that I have here at the side, the brand new lantern style softbox light with stand, and I also have the GVM 800D RGB lights. So if you guys are not familiar, maybe you guys at the end of this video will be a little bit more familiar with the GVM products and just in general seeing if these lights will meet your needs for what you need them for. So stick with me, guys. Once again, let's jump right into it. Guys, so here is the actual GVM light itself. Here it is right out of the carrying case. You can see that it has some mount here that's going to allow us to mount it to a stand. Nice metal construction. Do have the cable, and we do have this little Bowens mount here that's going to connect to the light. I wanted to point out that we have this little nice lock here that's going to lock in either this mount. Boom, simple as that. And right now, I do not have the lantern softbox in the case because I already set it up. So we're gonna go ahead and have a look at the lantern softbox. Okay, so now that we know what more or less comes inside the kit, let's go ahead and have a closer look at the GVM light itself, all the features here at the back. But for us to do that, we need to power it on. So what I've done here is I plugged into the power cable into the wall, and I'm going to simply go ahead and plug it in here at the back of the unit. So as soon as I power it on, it looks like it's ready to power on via the switch. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that switch, and you can see how super bright it is. I'm going to lower down the brightness because I did not expose the shot that I'm filming right now to be exposed for having this light on. So project it down over there. There's a nice big room with a good 20 feet, so it's just going to kind of travel down that way, and I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of reflection over here. So right now we are at, it says 10%, so yeah, it is at 10%. I see it on a little bit. Let's go ahead and dial it up all the way up to 100%. So right now I'm at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we are looking at full power right now, and the color spectrum, the Kelvin, is set to 5,600. Let's go ahead and adjust the Kelvin spectrum from where we currently are at 5,600 and see how low we can get this color, this light. Okay, so right now let's bring it down. Right now we are at 4,500. Let's go down to 4,000 Kelvin. This is 4,000 Kelvin, and we got 3,200 Kelvin. So it might be super bright for you guys to notice a difference. Let's go ahead and adjust the brightness down. Let's call it maybe 20%. let's go with like 25%, somewhere in that ballpark, okay? All right, guys, so let's continue with some more tests to kind of show you what this product is actually capable of. So right now, I currently have it at 3200 Kelvin and it's at 10%. I'm just kind of holding the light here in my hand. I adjusted more or less my camera settings so the ambient light is kind of just not so bright, and we're kind of focused on this new GVM light. Soon enough, we're going to be connecting it here on the stand along with the softbox itself. So stick with me, we're going to get to that. I just want to show you guys how the light is working right out of the box. Okay, so 10%, 3200 Kelvin spectrum. We're going to go ahead and shine it on the back wall here, adjust the brightness all the way to 100%, and then we're going to change it over to the other Kelvin spectrum. So let's go ahead and let's just see how super duper bright this bad boy is. I definitely recommend do not look at the bulb, the LED bulb, super bright. 3200 Kelvin, let's go ahead and bring it up right up to 100% brightness. So as you can see, this bad boy is super bright. This guy is mad bright. So this is super bright. You're definitely going to want to use the softbox if you have this at 100%, depending on what you're planning on doing. So there it is, guys. There's 100% at 3200 Kelvin. Let's go ahead and change it over to the 5600 Kelvin spectrum right now. So first, let's bring it down to 0. Let's go ahead and turn the spectrum of the Kelvin to 5600, and let's go ahead and turn up the brightness. So there you have it, 5600 Kelvin, 100%, the GVM. This bad boy is super bright. I will mention, a lot of you guys might be interested to know about this, and I think it's kind of very important that I do hear a fan right here. The higher the intensity, the higher the brightness that you increase this light, the fan actually automatically increases as well. So I have my wireless microphone here from Synco, the G1, and I'm just going to kind of place it close to the light so you guys can kind of hear possibly on how loud the fan is. To me, I think it's bearable. I don't think the fan right now, the fact that the light is about 12 inches, 10 inches away from the microphone, I don't think the microphone is picking it up or it's really going to affect it. But let's bring it a little bit closer to hear if you guys actually hear it. So there it is. Might as well, since we're here, you can hear the nice solid metal construction. Let's go ahead and turn down this brightness because this is way too bright right here. But now we're looking at 10% at 5600 Kelvin, and we just did a previous test at 3200 at 10%. And overall, this light does feel pretty soft at its lowest setting. Like, I can pretty much bear this, having this just a couple of inches from me. I mentioned to you guys briefly on the Bowen's mount here and the lock. I will mention I really do like the locking style here for the Bowen's mount, and it just simply locks and clicks into place, as you can see right there. So I'm happy with that overall. The bottom mounting part here, I will mention, because it is made out of plastic. In general, I've tightened it quite a bit. It does look pretty thick though. I would say that it feels like it's pretty durable, but just keep that in mind. The base is plastic and it simply mounts right onto the tripod that is included in a matter of seconds. All you really need to do is just loosen up this little screw here at the bottom and place it right on top as so, and you can just tighten it up. Let me just turn up this brightness in the meantime. You can adjust the angle, and let's say we're going to lock it in right there. You can just tighten up that handle there on the side, and we can adjust the stand. It goes to many different sizes here. It folds up nice and compact. The softbox is included. This is a lantern style softbox, and the reason why I focused on this one is because it just makes it very soft and spread out the light. See here at the back, it does have the Bowen's mount here that's just going to simply connect to this light right here. So for us to connect it on there, but I'm going to just remove this that I just previously had on, this little mount, little spotlight mount to kind of focus the light more in one area. And we're gonna slide this bad boy in here. Oh. Okay guys, so I adjusted the camera so we're a little bit closer, and I adjusted the settings on the camera. So I just wanted to kind of go through the settings on the camera, the settings of the light, and just kind of show the results that I've been getting right now and what I can basically do. I'm sure I can do a lot more with this, but I'm just showing you guys some examples and you guys can lead from there. So right now the camera is set at ISO 400. I'm filming with the GH5, the Panasonic GH5, and that's the native ISO. I'm using the 25mm lens, which is the Panasonic 25 f1.4, and I have my shutter angle set at 180 degrees. I'm filming currently in 10-bit 4K, 150 megabytes per second. So I'm shooting at an aperture of f1.4. I'm actually trying out the autofocus with the GH5. I have it on face eye detection, and it seems like it's working pretty well. I'm looking at it over here with my desk view monitor, and I can simply wirelessly view what I'm filming with my Hollyland 400S, which is currently connected to my rig right now, which is filming. As for the light itself, we are shooting at 15% brightness. The color spectrum is at 4600 Kelvin, and this light is the master light because I'm not synced up to any other light to be a slave or a master to work with it currently right now. It's actually super close to me right now, I would say, and that's because I'm limited for spacing. I have a couch right over here. I got another desk over here. So this is the area that I'm filming. I've managed to set it up in this area with the tripod, nice and secure, open wide legs. And I will mention, talking about the actual LED light unit itself, I really do appreciate, I really do like the fact that there is a big handle on the back of the light, and I'll tell you why. Because I actually needed to take this setup with me to someone else's location for a video shoot, and I was going to plug it into the wall to get power for the light. Just the fact of me having to take it all apart and putting it in my car, bringing it into an elevator, going up to a condo, to whatever floor, it's just nice and easy. That the fact that it comes with a bag that I can kind of put the light in and everything, and to kind of make things easy, I did not dismount the lantern. I kind of left the lantern softbox together as it's shaped currently right now, in the shape that it's in. I didn't want to kind of have to pack it up and compress it. My ideal thing is I want to be able to set up in a matter of seconds or minutes. I think the fact that I can just simply open the stand, mount on the light, and connect the lantern softbox, I can probably do that within underneath a minute. So that is a good feature about this. And one thing that I would say that I would love if this light had would be the option to be able to power this light with some sort of batteries. The Sony style MPF batteries, which I can probably just mount one or two of them on the back of the light or at the side of the light, and I would be able to use this light anywhere. That would be fantastic. Hopefully GVM can incorporate that maybe in a future model if it's possible. I know there are other lights like the 800D, they are powered, for an example, with those NPF Sony batteries. I kind of wanted to add another light here as a fill light. Okay, so this is my key light that I'm currently using right now. It's my main light that I have, and I just want to add a little fill light to this side of my face because it seems a little bit dark. I have the other GVM 10S, and I just have it here on the side. It's already on about 10% power. I just put a box in front of it, like something kind of blocking the light, because it was actually too bright. So I just put something in front of the light and slowly revealed it, and it's kind of probably showing a little bit more highlights or a little bit more on the shadow side over here of the frame right now on my skin tone. So as you can see, if I reveal a little bit more, it's probably going to get way too bright, and this might be my key light and this one, you know, so I might switch things around. So lighting is very key, your camera settings are very key, and just in general your positioning of your lights as well. So okay guys, let's go ahead and have a closer look at the light itself. So here we have the power cable just simply plugged in here at the back. We have the on and off switch, so let's go ahead and power it on. On the left hand side, this is where we're going to adjust the Kelvin spectrum. So you can see I adjusted it all the way to the right, which is 5600 Kelvin, and if I go to the left all the way, it's 3,200. So right now I'm currently looking at 25%. Let's adjust this dial over here on the right hand side, which is the brightness adjustment dimmable option right here. So the lowest that we can actually go is 10%. So 10% is the very lowest that we can go. If you want it any lower than that, then you pretty much just shut off the unit. Okay, so let's go ahead and power the unit back on, and let's go through the brightness options and the settings here that we have here at the back of the unit. So let's go ahead, it's on right now. This is the brightness currently at the lowest. Let's go ahead and turn it up all the way. So there we are, that's 100% at 3,200 Kelvin. Okay, so now let's dial it back down to 25% ballpark. So here we are, about 25%. Let's go ahead and change the color spectrum all the way to 5,600, which is the maximum. Okay, so let's turn the brightness now from 25%. Let's go to 50%. There's 51% right there. And now let's go to maximum, which is 100% at 5,600 Kelvin. You'll notice that these three buttons here at the middle, so this button right here is the mode, Wi-Fi, and preset button. So if we select this, it's going to change it from master to slave. Okay, so there it is. I just changed it to slave. So right now it's acting as a slave. It doesn't know what to do because the master, I don't have a master light connected to it. So that's why it's currently off right now. It's telling me, tell me something to do. I'm the slave and there is no master currently right now. So let's go ahead and turn it back to master. Once we go to master, we can also change the channel of the slave that we're going to be on. So for an example, the master will be on for whatever channel it's going to be on. We would have to adjust the slave channel to be onto the same channel. That are the arrow buttons. That's what those are used for right there, to pick your master and slave, and along to go through the different channels that we can pick. So I did mention that this button also shows that it allows Wi-Fi connection. So I'm going to be testing that out to connect with the GVM app to this light and see if I can easily control this light with the GVM app. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe right now if you guys have not subscribed already. For all of you that have subscribed, you already know I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have helped to grow the channel to where we currently are today. So guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Feel free to ask any questions. Contact me down in the description, all that good stuff. Follow me Instagram. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.